Alright everyone, hello, welcome to a YouTube video. And so today, in Garry's mod, I'm on Sacrifice roleplay, and so today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build a base. Instead of having my time-lapse of me building bases, I'm going to show you the step-by-step process of what I do every time whenever I decide to build a base somewhere. So I decided to build a base here. And so, right here, so you want to first off find out where all the entrances to the base are. So there's one right here and one up there. I'm just going to run around and double check. That's all the entrances. Yep. Alright. So either you can build your base down here, or we can make it up here. I think I'm going to make it on the lower end. So you can just grab whatever you want, get your fizz gun, and just push it right in front of that door. Make sure nobody can get in there. You can make it look all nice if you want. But then, now, you can head downstairs and go to the place where you're going to build the base at. And so some tools you're going to need. So you're going to need precision. You're going to need advanced duplicator eventually. You're going to need probably fading doors, keypad doors, defense door depending on the server you're on, stacker improved, and then depending on how fancy you want your base, material and color. So I always start out with precision, and so we're gonna start out with this fence right here, interior fence. That's the name of it. So we're gonna start out with one of these, and I think I want the end of the base to be about right here, I'd say. So now I'm going to take them, and so depending on which way you, like if I were to go right here, it'd push it just like that, but if I were to grab it like right here, it'd make it flat. And so if I were to like grab it like right on the edge, like on the very top, it just flip it or push it sideways or flip it or however, and then you're gonna get it just about where you think it'd be perfect at, and click once. And so once you click once, you can always, there's an option for you to spin it around the point where you picked it up. But if you just want it straight, then you just click again, and then it'll go back to the solid state, and then you're going to walk through it and make sure it's small enough. And so if you have too much wiggle room in there, you can always shrink it down a little bit just by raising this number up, because that's how much you push and pull. Whenever you want to pull an item like towards you, you press R. Whenever you want to push it away, you right click, and so R is pull, and so get it nice and tight. I'd say about right there. That seems pretty good. So now we're going to go down to stacker improved, and now we're going to, let me just real quick reset all of these. And so now you can see that it says right, front, and up. So I want to make this go this way. So I'm going to go from the right, so the opposite of right is left. And so then I'm going to click once. And so with this being all zeros, stack size is 1, it would make 1, make 1. And then right here, you don't want this big of a gap at the end, or else you won't ever be able to do anything with it. So you're going to have to pull it back a little bit. And so if you grab it and start pulling it back, or like if you hold on to it and let off Q, you could watch it as it pulls back on your screen, or you could just guess, or if you know how much you need to pull it back. And so I'd say about right there. So with this being how it is, it should be good. It's not super wiggly, it's still tight, and there's no way for someone to jump over the top. So now we can expand it out. So we want to expand it out this way. So the front, line it up with front, and then you're going to want to reset that, and then just look, and I say right about right there. Just check that. Perfect. But if you were not to get it perfect, then like, let's say you got it right here, if you just press Z, it will undo this stacked prop. So I click it again, it seems perfect, so I'm going to delete it because I need it tied up against here, or else as people are coming through here, they'll just walk all the way through your base. You want them to go down here, and then back up, and then back down, and then back up and back down. So, I'm going to delete that prop, then left to right, I'm going to move it a little bit to the left, right there. And then you're just going to leave it just like that, and go through, stacker all of them. And you can't use it too quickly, or else sometimes give you an alarm. So that seems pretty good. And so now, you can reset both of these. You're going to have to reset this one, but probably about double what it was set at before. So about 70 is perfect. So then, with this part, you can either stack multiple of them. So let's say I want to stack 3 of them. And so now it's 3 wide. Probably could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I probably could go 5 wide if I wanted to. So I'm going to go boop, boop. Just double check that. Yep, that looks good. So I've done this one. So then this one looks like next, and this one. Then I'm going to click this one, go to the next one, click this one, go to the next one, click this one, so on until you've done all of them in your row. Then you're going to go through, and you can see these are no collided, so that means people can run right through. And so either you can go to the no collide tool, and I think you click it once, yep, there, make them solid, but it'll make them look invisible. So I mean, it's a lot faster, but then it also makes it harder to see your props. But always, if you like color I believe, yeah, it'll take back the color back to what it was. So let's say if I wanted it green, it'll change the color white. It'll just change it back to regular. So I'm gonna go through and no collide all these real quick. Alrighty, so now since we have all of these already put together and done, or like hooked together, we finally can go there and just double check all of them together. And so now we're going to want to go back to our stacker tool, and we're going to want to reset all of these, take that back down to 1. You want to go to the right. And so that looks like it's blocking off the whole thing. So this would be technically a failed base because there's no way nobody can get in. As long as no one catches you, it's alright, but it's a big punishment whenever they do catch you. So just move it over a little bit. Perfect, because even when they're coming through here, they think they'll have to go back again or something. And so they'll be stuck until they can figure it out, which is a good thing. And so now, time for the part where, because if you used to stand here, they'd be able to see you and then just shoot you. Like, you can just shoot right through this. Just like that. And then they can also just shoot right through it as well. Let's see if I got a weapon. Gotta reload it real quick. And see, maybe you can't see the bullet holes, but you can see like bullet holes coming through, so like they can shoot through it. So the only way to prevent this is by blocking it off with a prop. And so I would use a taller prop than that. Maybe this one. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. So you're just gonna grab it. I usually like to grab it on the inside, especially if I have a wall to line it up on. So about right there. Perfect. And so now you got this gap right here, so you can put another one right next to it. Boom, just like that. And so, but then again, with the same problems, nobody can get through these. So you can't shoot them, they can't shoot you, and they also can't get through. So that means this is a failed base. So you're going to have to go back to your no collide tool. Click once on this, right click, just like it shows up in the corner right here. It sometimes tells you what the instructions are to use it. And so, boom, it's all see-through. And so, I can't quite see, like, you kind of glitch through the prop right now. So, I want to pull this back just a tiny bit. Yeah, that's perfect. And so now we can shoot through there with only like part of our body being able to be seen. And then we'll get our stacker tool. And so since we're going to have to do it again, we're going to go, since up is this way, we want it down. So down, boom. And so now you got it double thick, which is good. But still, can't get through. So you're just going to right click it once, boom, you can get through the whole thing nice and easily. And so now, the fun part is the material. So I usually like to go with this white debug or debug white or whatever. You're just going to click these two props once. It's a nice white color, and then I usually grab my color, usually lime green, just depends on how I'm feeling. I'll click both these once. If you want, you can even shadow remove it to make it super bright and blind everyone that comes inside. And then you're going to go back to material, and then there's a certain material that you're looking for. The whatever globe. So you can click on it once, and click and click. And so what this does is the world glow. So that means that since this is part of the world now, it with the glow, it shows through and shows you what it looks like through the inside. So you can see you can see them, but they can't see you. And so whenever you are ready to shoot them, you can't shoot through this, can't hit them. And so whenever you're ready, just pop through and shoot them, pop back, shoot them again, pop back, shoot them, and then you can kill them a lot easier instead of you both having to try and kill each other. It also, I believe, works with a couple different materials, like even this material. Nope, not this material. Just certain materials you have to mess around with and see. Let's see if I can find more material. Nope, but you get the point. So now since we have this, but the problem is it's really hard to see through here. You can't really see like anything. You can't tell if there's a person standing there or not. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go through your whole base. And there's two ways you can make your base easier to be see-through. First one is getting this material on your fences right here and changing the material to these. This is white, so it'll create everything to a white color, making it easy to see through. See if I look through that, that's a lot easier to see through, and it's a lot thinner. And it's also considered, because like if you have a bunch of these, like a bunch of different colors, I did that once on a base, and I actually got like a warning because it's considered like a blackout base. They can't see you because like you can't see someone else, But through here, if these were all colored, like if I show you like this is the other way you can do it. So I'll do blue with world glow still on. You just click on there. You usually set it normal. You just click on world glow. You click on these and just change them all to that color. Stroke nice and quick. All these white ones, even the ones that haven't been materialized yet. I can figure out which way to get out of this base. Must be this back one. Let me just real quick remove this. Perfect. And so if you don't want to like have to Control Z the whole base, that's how you do it. Is you just pull out the remove button. So anyways, let's just color up a little bit more of these. And then if you look through it now, look, they all disappear. You can see the shadow. And the way you can turn off that shadow is go into drawings and go into draw shadows. And see, that disappears. And look how much nicer everything looks. You can't see no shadows or nothing. I'll turn it back on just to show you guys the difference one more time once we're done with the whole base. So let me go through and color everything, and I'll show you how it all looks. Alright, welcome back everyone, and so I finished coloring all the base except for that one panel. And so I left that one panel just so you can see the difference between the whole base. And so, as you guys can expect, once I go behind this green wall, everything disappears except for that one wall that I didn't get. So instantly you know that you missed one. So just go back, click it, and then boom, the whole entire base is just nice and see-through, so you can see perfectly if someone's in there. So then again, there's those shadows on the ground right here as well. And so the way you get rid of that, drawings, go down to draw shadows, click that, boom, look how nice that looks. So then you'll be able to tell if anyone's in your base ever, instead of thinking it is a shadow and being like starting to shoot at it, boom, 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 and then realizing it's a shadow or something. So now that we have this all done, the only problem with this is depending on your server. Some servers might have this, some servers may not. Every server's keypad doors and defense doors are different. Like this one, these doors are really easy to do, but other servers, like sometimes they get really difficult and complex. And so usually if I don't know what I'm doing, I'll usually ask like someone who's been playing the server for a very long time, or an admin even. They usually know how to do it. And so anyways, someone can just run all the way through your base nice and easy within like 5 seconds, and then they don't even have to try. But what the good thing about these servers is you can go to precision again, and there's tons of different options you can pick. I usually like to do these depending on how tight the base is, but I think I'm gonna do one of these. And so I'm just gonna grab it right there, run inside my base, and I say we start at the very front. So on this server you can only have 3 fading doors plus a defense door, but since I think the defense doors don't work, you can have 4 fading doors. So I usually like to place mine right here because there's a weapon in here that you can get. It's called a hex shield. I actually have one right here. Let me equip it real quick and maybe. Anyways. Alright, never mind. I ain't gonna show you that. Oh, looks like it disappeared anyway, so we're just gonna, yeah, not worry about that. Yeah, so anyways, there's a certain tool, the hex shield, that they can throw it down and it creates like a shield around them that you cannot shoot through unless you get inside the shield with them. So like, let's say the door's right here and you shooting out from right there. You gotta make sure no one can get through it, nobody can jump over it, so that's why I picked this tall one. And so they're gonna have to come all the way up here, drop the thing, start log picking, and then you can get inside the bubble with them and shoot them. So for this, we're gonna have to first create. So with this, you're gonna have to get the door nice and set up, and then create a fading door. Oh, not more servers you have to create a fading door before you can use the keypad doors. This server is different from some of the other servers I play on, as you can tell. I'm not quite familiar with it. So up in the top corner you can kind of see where it talks about what it's doing. So click to create a click to a prop to create a fading door. So I'm going to click it. Now it says now click somewhere to create a keypad, and so I want to create it right there. And so if you press R on it, it can show you the close delay time and the door open delay. So I usually like to set these at just about 2 seconds, because usually the max is 2 seconds on a server. So you can also authorize different jobs and different people, and you can also show who went inside your door at what time, and so it's pretty nice. And then you can also set the code to anything you want. I usually change these every single day, so don't be thinking getting some of my bases. But you just press E on it, and it'll just let you all the way through. And then in about 8 seconds, it should reappear. Yep, and then it's perfect. So now, time to go make the next one. And so I will make one more, and then the other two I'll do on my own. And so sometimes whenever you're trying to spawn a prop around a bunch of other props, it usually glitches out and tries to spawn like on top of other things, or it tries and spawns where there's nothing in the way of it. So you just gotta play with it a little bit. Just gotta get it where you want it. And so I want it right there. I'll have this one at a curve a little bit. So keypad door, click once, click again, click once, click again, there we go, and then boom. And so, I don't know if you saw that in the very bottom of the corner, but it says prop is ghosted. So sometimes it will make your prop no collided, so all you gotta do is either pull out your no collide, or you can hold C, open up your inventory, right click, and then it'll give you like disable collision, enable, and all these other things. I'm not sure what any of these other ones are. I think they're for super admins only, so I'll make the rest of these doors and see you guys in a second. Alright, welcome back everyone. So now we're at the very end. We've done all 3 keypads, and I guess I'll try and see if the defense door works. So I just get a little bit larger of prop. On certain servers you can't use like fences like this, because if you create this as defense door, people can just shoot right through it because it's a fence. So you have to use a solid prop, because that could be a warning as well. So I usually like to set it like right here, and then usually what I'll do with it is just color it the exact same color as what I had on here, and then try to remove it. So look, you can't even tell it's a defense door unless you're really looking at it, but usually I hide them better. And so in defense door, I have mine as M. Just click on it, and boom, 2,000. And so then a 20,000 HP defense door, which is quite a lot, but not for this server, because I mean, you got these massive guns that can do tons of damage. And so you hold M, it opens up. You let go of M, it closes. You can also, on some servers, you can also press E, and it will just open up on its own. And so now the base is completely done. Looks pretty nice. If you want, you could color these. It's too much work, so I'm not, because everyone knows that these will be keypad doors, so there's no point in trying to hide them. So now you got yourself a nice big base with windows on the outside, and enough room to kill anyone and put anything you want in here. So now time to save the base. So want to pull out your tool gun. You're going to want to go in here, and then that thing I talked about at the very beginning, the Advanced Duplicator. So the Advanced Duplicator 2 is a very, very nice tool. It helps a ton in saving bases and things like that. So what you're going to do with this is just right click, You might have to right click a couple times. But once it says ghosting and you see that you can move around the base, then you're good. And so then whenever it says ready, you can either click again and it will paste it wherever, like that. Then just press Z to undo it. Or you can hold Q, and here's the advanced duplicator files. And so these save just right into Garry's mod. So you can either make a new file folder. I'll make a new folder. Let's see. We'll name this Ocean. No, we'll name it Sea Base. Actually, let's name it Island Base. I'll put an S at the end, so all my bases that are on islands can go in here. So then you can just think you can drag it around, maybe not. Anyways, you're gonna right click again on the file, you're gonna go save, and then I'll put, this is, let's see, blue and green base. So I'm going to click the save duplication button, and then you see right there it's a file successfully saved, and so that means now it's in here. So if I were to open it, boom, right there. So now I'm going to delete this whole base, everything I've done, all my hard work, and then I'm going to open it, go in here. I even switch off it so it doesn't even look anything other than that. You can double click on it and it will show the opening thing. And you're going to paste that original position, because it's super hard to try and get it lined up to perfect. So you're going to just go paste that original place, and then you're going to push paste or left click, and then boom, your base is back. These sometimes will recollide, the colors didn't save on one of these, so you can just go back through, recolor everything, and make it look nice again. And then the keypads also don't save, so you have to go back there and do the keypads and the defense door, sadly. But other than that, that should be everything you need to know about base building. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you want me to try and build anything else. I mean, I don't know, rate my builds. Anyways, I'll see you guys all next time. If you wouldn't mind, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and helps me get, let's see, certified or whatever on YouTube, which would be awesome. So thank you and goodbye.